Okay. Hey, I'm back. Blah! I don't know who I'm supposed to stream. Either somebody in the chat or else I'm gonna reach out on Slack. Tell me who I should stream. I don't know if I have anybody that actually started watching, but I'm gonna reach out in Slack. It's probably too late. I'll end up streaming a casual game. Looking for a deck maybe that I haven't seen. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this one unless somebody tells me otherwise. That's table. Let's see who Pistone versus Brad is. Table 6. Oh, okay, Dan told me to stream this table, so that's the table that I'm streaming. Actually, this is going to be an interesting matchup because I at least have not seen Anakin Skywalker Saga today, and that's a deck that I have seen in a lot in the casual tables. I look like a crazy person because I'm freaking tired. I had a little bit of drink, but I'm not drinking anymore because it will make me fall asleep, or it will make me feel like I overdid it. I don't drink nearly as much as I did before. Like, if you guys like, not, you know, I hate that like alcoholism and all that crap. Like, there's all this baggage and stuff. Because I mean, you know, I think a lot of people drink too much, but like not enough to, like, you know, go to work drunk or something, you know, or like have their family leave them. But like I got a belly. Anyway, I did dry January, which you know, you don't drink in January is pretty simple, and it kind of got me out of the habit of drinking, and then so it's made me drink a lot less. So I've had like some minor health benefits. I'm not going to be one of those like health guys because I'm still horribly overweight and still eat way worse than most of you. I ate Chipotle for lunch and pizza for dinner. And you know, who knows what the future may hold before I go to bed. I'm going to leave the stream going, but give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. What'd I miss? So anyway, this is CCT versus which CCT took a hit because of Mithril. CCT versus Anakin. All right. Still just have a couple viewers, so I'm going to hold off on the trivia question. But I do have a sealed booster pack of an actual Decipher CCG. That I'm going to give out to this game's trivia winner. Assuming more than 2 people are watching. We got to get up into at least 5 viewers. Because otherwise, you know. Otherwise, it's not worth it. And I'd give it a, save it for another day. I actually looked, and I had a whole booster box of these Austin Powers CCG cards. I actually only have a few packs left, so. Means I need to buy some more, probably. The Austin Powers CCG, by the way. Freaking great little party game. Especially if you're fans of the CCG. Or of Austin Powers, rather. I don't know that it has necessarily enough depth to justify being a CCG. Like, it would be better as just a, fixed collectible game, but not like Star Wars CCG, which is great. And man, I don't know if I've just been staring at this screen all day and noticing these cards, but like, I mean, look at that. That looks like Anakin Skywalker. Like, it doesn't look like Hayden Christensen. It looks like Anakin Skywalker. I think we've had enough artistic impressions of it or whatever that, but like, yeah, it looks like freaking Anakin Skywalker. And like, the quality of the image is on the level of the quality of Decipher's images. It's freaking amazing. I mean, look at that. She looks cool. Duro. Pulling a droid. Good old fashioned fighting over the audience chamber scum versus mains. I like it. Mighty Jabba. Yeah, I don't know why I don't play CCT ever. I like playing Mighty Jabba. I like playing Scum cards. It would be like a, just enough of a change of pace. I don't know. Maybe I'd give it another shot. Yeah, it's been a long day, but this has been fun. I think it's sometimes it's fun to devote a whole day to Star Wars CCG without leaving your house. And also, like, it's cool that this is all all done in one day. Now this is pod racing. That's not pod racing. This is pod racing. So Dan posted in the chat, name all 12 original V cards. Email the answer to holotheater at starwarsccg.org for a chance to win some Dragon Shield sleeves. So there was Luke, there was Vader, there was Run Luke Run, there was Vader's Obsession. No, that's wrong. That's from the 2-player game. Let me think how many I can name. I won't say them on the stream because that would defeat the purpose. But no, I can't name 12. There was a Luke and a Vader. I think Doug Taylor said that his favorite or his proudest one was Cider Kalfas and Blaster Rack, which have remained mostly the same, but not quite the same. What's the backing card for Han Solo Optimistic General? Let's keep a little optimism here. Okay. Which was a common from Death Star 2. So, probably easy to get Han Solo. I think I sold my copy of Daughter of Skywalker, though. You guys are hearing a stream of consciousness. Especially because there's like 3 viewers, and one of them's Dan, who's probably not actually watching. So there's like 3 viewers, and anyone else is probably watching the video on demand. Maybe years after the fact on the Star Wars CCG YouTube page. Decades after the fact. This is on a retrospective of the documentary. We're fighting over the audience chamber here, folks. That's what Star Wars CCG is all about. Fighting over the audience chamber. Like all the fights that happened in the audience chamber. Everybody's drawing lots of destinies. That's what you do. You draw destinies. Up to 4 viewers. Well, I'll go ahead and ask the trivia question with 4 viewers, and we'll see if anybody actually can answer it. For a booster pack of Austin Powers collectible card game, I was going to say, who does number 2 work for? But no, that is not the question. The question is, according to Jerry Darcy, what department within Decipher designed the Austin Powers collectible card game? What department within Decipher designed the Austin Powers collectible card game? There's not very many people watching, so, we'll see. We'll see if, because I'm assuming that some of you will watch it after the fact or whatever. We'll see if anybody cares to answer. But according to Jerry Darcy, in my most recent Jerry Darcy interview from, I think, like November or something, what department from within Decipher designed the Austin Powers collectible card game? Freaking great game. All right. So Pistone, who I've known from way back in the day. I didn't realize that Pistone was just his last name. I thought that it was Pissed One. Like a word, I don't know, for a screen name. Me, him, and Johnny Chu shared a hotel room back in like 2013, and then I shared a hotel room with Pistone in 2019 for Nationals. We've hung out sometimes. He's a cool guy. Good person if you want to share a hotel room with somebody. Then Thrawn, of course, is Brad Reinhold, who just had a good showing at Endor. He's a fun character. I played against him at the World's Constellation event. I beat him. He said that he kind of threw the game because he wanted to see what my deck could do, but regardless, I did get a win against him. But he's a character. Star Wars CCG community is fun because it's relatively small. But there's interesting characters throughout. Hey, it's Solid Snack. Solid Snack, did you hear the question for this Austin Powers pack? I'm going to say it again just in case Solid Snack was not in there earlier. The question, according to Jerry Darcy, what department from within Decipher designed the Austin Powers collectible card game? Yeah, so that's the question. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Stack that audience chamber. Solid Snack says he feels like he heard it on my podcast. Well, of course. Where else would you hear facts from Jerry Darcy? He talked about it on the most recent interview that I did with him back a couple months ago. It was something. It was like not expected, like graphics or something. You're on the right track, but it was not graphics. So when you're drifting in and out of sanity, like I am right now, because like I'm pretty loopy because it's been a long day. I played in the 7 a.m. Eastern time event. So I played 6 games, and then I've had breaks throughout the day. Don't get me wrong, it's been a fun day. It's been a chill day. I'm just like a little loopy, but that's fine. It's like a sleepover party. Jared's yawning on his stream. Jared has children. He has reason to be tired. I think I yawned at the beginning of this stream, actually, or not this stream, but like the. Anyway, yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a fun day, and yeah, but it's like when people deploy characters that they had already lost, it like throws me off. Like I'm like, didn't they already kill Anakin? Man, Lady Proxima is such a good card. Played Bastion and deployed Tantum 3 times in the same game. So the king of this, of course, is the Joker King, Mr. Chris Hall. And of course, Pistone pulling classic scum, just like, I have 11 billion characters. But no, Mike Pistone, not Mike Pistone, Joker King is who I was talking about. Joker King loves his Greedo, and he taught me to love Greedo. He'll, and Thrawn has conceded. Okay, that was too fast. Let me see if there's something else going on. Let's see if there's another game going on. I think, yeah, there's lots of games going on. All right. Okay, so I think they said 1 and 3 were the tables that they were also streaming. Okay, let's watch table 2. Let's watch MHT's table. ROPS versus WAP. It rhymes. Okay. Yeah, Solid Snack. You said you got your multi-Twitch up. Is this game being already covered? They aren't covering this? Okay, so this is table 2. MHT versus Myth LOTR. Ben Headland. I don't know that person off the top of my head. Okay, maybe the question that I asked was too hard. Or also there's one person watching. Let me ask another Jerry Darcy related question. Oh, that's a good idea. Check the player count. Yeah. Yeah, so you can, when you're streaming, you can check the player count, and that tells me if somebody else is streaming it. Cool. Okay, so here's your trivia question, James, Mr. Solid Snack. or anyone else in who's watching can answer this. I'm going to give you what I consider to be the quintessential Jerry Darcy fact. Jerry Darcy, of course, was the lead designer. Crate Dragon is my answer. He designed it. The Mandalorian guys drew off of it. So that's true. The Jerry Darcy did design the Crate Dragon card. And that's kind of how I got in touch with him after the Crate Dragon episode of The Mandalorian. He posted in the Facebook group about designing the card and getting the. I mean, he didn't design the visuals, but like there's a clear connection between the CCG version of the character and the version of the character from The Mandalorian. But what I think is the quintessential fact is the fact that he told me in that first interview that I gave him, and then I actually cut out the clip and we aired it on Holo Theater. Jerry Darcy invented objectives. What food was he eating when he cracked the code and realized that cards have two sides? So, yeah. So think about that. What food that he was eating. And I'll give you a hint. Yep, that's right. That's correct. Solid Snack. You win a pack of Austin Powers CCG cards. So the story is he was at the mall with the Decipher people. And I'm going to do a bad job of this because I'm incoherent right now. He was at the mall with Decipher people at the food court, and he noticed somebody picked up a slice of pepperoni, and there was a piece of pepperoni on the bottom of the slice. And he was like, you got a little pepperoni? There's two sides. Cards have two sides. And then the rest is history. And I mean those special edition objectives, like considering how messy some of the Decipher designs are, I mean they're fundamentally there. I mean, Wine What You've Learned cleans up Jedi testing significantly. Takes it from being impossible to possible. Hunt Down is probably the best designed. Hidden Base is pretty straightforward, if not perfectly balanced. Carbon Chamber testing. I mean, we were just watching it. People are still playing it. ROPS is structurally or conceptually a good idea, even if it needed to be reworked. RTP is fun. Right, Hidden Base needed the 5 system plus. Well, I think it needed the 5 systems. I think the outside deck, the indicator being from outside the deck, you could go either way on that. I mean, DBO was a good idea. They realized, just like with, with Mind What You've Learned, they were like, well, we've got these squadrons that are completely unusual. Let's design them. Mm-hmm. I mean, the concept of the diamond sights I loved the starter decks having the fixed cards that kind of worked with everything. You know, the any starship weapon may deploy aboard kind of thing. Uh, man, I wish starship weapons weren't so like fundamentally flawed. Like it would be nice if you could like if you could have a rule with starship weapons where if you hit the starship instead of um instead of just like destroying the starship, you could hit the characters on the ship first instead of making it go in all. Well, it's not a power level issue. Okay, and looks like MHT has won this one. And we've been talking about not about the game at all. But it's not a power level issue. It's that if you had like good, solid, playable starship weapons, it then they would be broken. Like they can't be. It's very difficult to design something that's that's good enough. I mean, I guess you probably could design a starship weapon that said instead of the starship is hit, you say one character randomly selected aboard is hit, or you could say one character is hit, opponent's choice, or something like that. No, Slave One talks about tons of massive hidden armaments, but no weapons can deploy upon it. Yeah. Um, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to call it a night. It doesn't seem like we have that many viewers right now. We got a couple other people streaming. And I did the thing, and there were two things. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching today. Just real fast, KendallCast.ninja. You can find all my stuff. I have Star Wars card related stuff, and I have non-Star Wars card related stuff. There's a movie roundtable that's pretty accessible. The That's What We Called Music is a review of the Now That's What I Call Music catalog. Lots of stuff. Solid Snacks just dropped KendallCast.ninja into the chat, which is great. I appreciate that. And then on YouTube, the KendallCast Network, we got Corran in the morning. It's just a little YouTube show that I've started recently, where I periodically will record just a little chat about Star Wars CCG, and then Star Wars CCG specific podcasts that are on KendallCast.ninja. I've got basically two, although there's random content too. But there's Bad Deck Breakdowns, which I haven't done an episode in a while, but there's a back catalog of about 25 episodes. Me, Matt Lutz, and sometimes other people will talk about an underpowered, sometimes like thematic or conceptual deck. And then I have Corran on the Horn, which is where I interview people involved with Star Wars CCG, top players, not top players, people in marketing, people in design, Decipher era people, all world champions, all sorts of stuff. So check that stuff out. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in today. It's been a really freaking long day, and there's still more to come with the other people, but not with me. So so sleep good, everybody. We'll see you next time.